Good morning. So Arts actually sent me their 60 acrylic markers box to review, so that is what I will be doing with you today. Apologies if my voice sounds a little funky, I'm currently sick. But I started by unpacking this, may I add, very pretty box that also had the numbers for the color codes on the back, and also a thank you note and some stickers for the pens and the numbers of each color. We then ended up sticking all of the little number indicators on the pens so that it would be easier to keep them in order later. So for the review of these markers, I decided to do a fish spread because I thought it would be a good way to show the variety of colors in this box, which was actually the thing I was most excited about. If you've been on this channel before, you will have seen that I use the Arts 25 acrylic markers box quite often in my art, and especially in my sketchbook, since it's a fun way to add color and less messy than using actual acrylic paints, and surprisingly they actually do not bleed through my paper. So I started by just laying down a base for this fish. I decided to do yellow so that if it showed through it would almost look like it's glowing, because the first fish I ended up going with is in fact a goldfish. The thing I find most useful with these markers is probably the fact that it's very easy to layer them up and they don't end up getting like muddy or bleeding through my paper, though I guess that depends on your sketchbook. The ones I use do not bleed through with these pens. Whether that be the material of the sketchbook or the pens themselves, I have no idea. Then I did some of the shadows and lines on the pens with blue, which I would later cover up, but I don't know, I like doing blue shadows with these pens. I might have seen some other artists do it at one point. I don't remember why I actually started doing it, but it is actually very useful. So for now, it looks very funky and colorful, but just trust the process. Stay with me, okay? Give me a second, because I cooked very much on these fish, these raw, alive fish, I guess. So yeah, as I told you previously, I'm now covering up the blue shadows with white and also just redoing a whole coat of yellow-orange on the whole fish and just starting to actually render it. I also ended up adding scales that look pretty shiny because of the fiber in the yellow, and I keep going back to the fins and just rendering everything to make it look more coherent. Also, if you have seen my post on Cara or my previous videos, you may have seen me mention that I have had tendonitis for a really long time now. So if you're somebody that has been around for a while and actually cares about my health updates, I guess, there's a health update. My tendonitis is a lot better now. I've been taking some medication to help with it, and now, as long as I'm careful not to trigger it again, I think I will be okay. I just need to remember to take breaks. So this is your reminder to also take breaks if anything ever starts to hurt or get uncomfortable. Compromising your health really isn't worth it for making art faster, because it's not actually faster in any way, because you end up getting hurt or sick and not being able to draw for a while anymore. And that is the finishing touches on this fish, complete with my tendonitis story. Okay, this is probably one of my favorite, well, not exactly fish, but certainly sea life on this spread, and it's a little pink-blue squid. I think in real life they're actually more of like a dull brownish type color, but I thought this color combination would be more fun. Pink and blue always has me thinking of TV Girl, though these are certainly not the right shades for that. Again, I'm just laying down a base. I heavily recommend layering these markers because it makes the piece look a lot more full, and it lets you add more like depth to your pieces. Oh yeah, also purple, but that's in between blue and pink, so I guess it works. And they're also very nice for both laying down colors and doing fine details because of the type of brush pen tip that they have, which, depending on the way that you tip it, lets you have a flatter or more refined tip. So I have to be honest with you, I've actually been in quite a rut in terms of my art style and my art in general, which I partly attribute to the tendonitis and not being able to draw much at all for a while. Pardon. But also just, I don't know, I have been struggling with my art style a lot. Not that I don't have one exactly, but it doesn't feel quite right or quite like mine, so I've been doing quite a lot of art style studies in my new sketchbook. I'm quite excited for making a tour of that sometime, probably in a month or so, because I'm halfway through and I started it a month ago, which is actually surprising considering the tendonitis and all. But that sketchbook has been very important for me in terms of developing my own art style and my stories as well, which I'm quite excited about, as you can probably hear by the change in my voice right now when I mention said projects. This fish piece was also very fun to do because of the like fleshy parts. This, you can see how well layering works with these markers in this fish specifically, and the kind of fine details you can get, because just look at that. Don't you just want to eat that fish? Moving on to an alive fish, which looks probably rather concerned because I just mentioned eating fish. I'm talking to fish, guys. Can you tell I'm sick? I don't think so. But anyway, this fish is a sardine from what I can remember. Feel free to come at me in the comments if you're a fish expert and this does not in fact look like a sardine, either because I drew it wrong or because I just don't remember what reference I used for it. But as you can see, I always end up having pretty weird colors in the beginning, like really vibrant ones, and blue for shadows and stuff like that. But it makes it look so much fuller. And also, these markers are cool because they let you have a very flat color. If you took a picture of it really well, I'm pretty sure you could even pass it off as digital. I mean, at this point you can do that with any art if you have the right technology, I guess, but I do really like how flat these colors looked. Unfortunately, I did smudge the tail of this one, but I think it still looks alright. I'm not gonna be too worried about it. It's just a smudge, guys. Sometimes happy little accidents happen. Look at my inner Bob Ross coming through. Also, just a quick plug for my stickers on Redbubble and my Discord server where growing artists can interact. Just to clarify, it is not a fan server for my channel or anything like that. It is a place where a lot of different creators and artists and musicians and writers in general can interact and create together, as the title suggests. Do check that out, and also if you're interested in seeing these little fish as stickers on my Redbubble, do comment down below and let me know. Also, I just wanted to say that this video is actually in 1.4 speed, and obviously a lot of things are cut because I could not put 2 hours of footage of me drawing fish into one video. But here is an actual look at the more realistic speed of me drawing this, because I think it's quite underappreciated how long it takes to make art from people that do not make it, or even people that do. Although I'm assuming that if you're on this video, you probably do make art in some capacity, because I would be surprised if you found this entertaining if you're not into making art, but if you do, I'm very happy with that. I'm not complaining at all. Welcome. Have fun watching me draw fish. On to the last sea creature of this spread. We have this shellfish thing. I have no idea what it's called. I found a picture of it on the internet when I was looking for sea life, and it looked very funky and it looked slightly traumatized, which made me resonate with it. Anyway, I do definitely recommend this set of 60 acrylic markers from Arts, and thank you to them for sending this to me. I'm pretty surprised that a company would actually reach out for me to do a promotional video like this, since I'm still pretty small. I'm just growing. But I'm very thankful for that, and thank you so much to all of you guys who have stumbled across this corner of the internet. I hope it can be a safe space for you. I hope it can be an inspiring space for you to create art and meet other artists, perhaps. I hope you're taking care of yourself and your friends, and I hope that you are enjoying your art and not being too hard on yourself. You should go have some water if you have not had any water today, and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, or good night, wherever you are on this globe. I hope you're doing well with how scary things are in the world right now. I don't usually talk about that on this channel, at least not right now, but it is important to acknowledge. I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content from me. And if you like these shellfish, yep, I should go take a nap, and you should as well. But I do hope you enjoyed this. Bye, and I will see you around.